Wow, Barack, you actually made it this time?
Of course, how could I miss out on hanging out with the boys?
Well, last time when I was streaming Genshin, you never showed up.
Well, that was because I was busy completing my weekly quests in Tower of Fantasy.
I still can't get over the fact that you are still playing that dead game. You agree with me, right, Joe?
Joe, are you there?
This guy really lives up to that Sleepy Joe nickname, huh? Anyways, let's just start without him. I'm sure he'll wake up as soon as I mention anything loli related.
Huh? I heard lollies. What happened?
Joe, are you sure you aren't a lolicon?
Anyways, let's start already. I can already feel my attention span deteriorating by the second.
Okay, but before we start, I'm just going to put aside all the lolly characters.
Excuse me, but I am heavily against that idea.
Shut up, Joe. All the lolis are
But
underage.
Nahida is over 500 years old.
Shut up, Joe. Now let's start with Aloy.
D tier.
D tier.
Yeah, no need for further explanation. I agree with that one. Next we have Amber.
The first character that we ever meet in Genshin. Gotta be an easy S tier for me.
Are you sure it's not because she looks young?
No, isn't it obvious? It's because of
Okay,
her...
let's not bring up the ages here, all right? None of the ages of these characters are confirmed, remember?
Agreed.
Anyways, I place Amber in A tier. She's one of the characters I believe to have the best personality.
I agree with Donald here. A tier it is. Now we have Ayaka.
I'll be honest, her forehead is looking brighter than Joe's presidency.
Shut your mouth, Donald. At least I beat you in the 2020 elections.
Okay, we need to speed things up here. Michelle's almost done baking me some lasagna, and I don't want to miss out on it.
Oh, can I come over?
No, you fat ass. Now just rank Ayaka.
B.
Looks kind of mid to me. I'd say B.
I also agree. Now Barbara.
Oh, that reminds me. You guys ever heard of Barbara's curse removal?
What?
Anyways, A tier.
Looks like a B tier to me.
I agree with Biden here. Seems pretty average. Nice singing, though. B tier it is. Now we have Beto.
Easy S tier. I really vibe with that pirate mommy energy, you know?
Is it because you also do a lot of illegal things, Donald?
What the hell, Joe?
D tier for me.
I'm in between, so I'm just going to place her in A tier.
Wait, why is Diona on the list?
S tier.
What?
You heard me right.
What the?
D tier, easily.
Thoughts on Eula?
Dummy thick waifu. Easy S tier.
I agree. Thick thighs do save lives.
S tier it is.
Looks like we got Fischl next.
D tier.
Why? Is it because you fall asleep listening to her paragraph-long dialogues?
Though her dialogue is long, I think she's quite an interesting character with all the references she makes. B tier.
I agree.
Ganyu is next.
S tier.
S tier. No questions asked.
She's literally the GOAT.
Now we got Hu Tao.
Truly the best waifu in Genshin, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Who?
What do you mean, who?
Asked. But joking aside, easy S tier.
Now that's a good one, Joe.
Jean is next up on the list.
Serious waifu material, S tier.
I disagree.
This guy really gonna diss all the tall female characters?
It's just preferences, Barack. Never heard of that before?
Well, your preferences kinda suck, not gonna lie.
Let's just leave it as A tier and move on.
Keishing is next.
Now this cat girl Keishing was my first waifu when I first started this game and forever will be. S tier.
Plus, she's also got one of the best selections of fan art on Pixiv.
I can agree with that. And now look at that. Here, Klee is next. Easy S tier.
Now, I would normally say D tier, but I kinda like those Jumpty Dumpties. Kinda reminds me of those airstrikes.
Oh, not you too, Barack. I'm putting her in D tier, no questions.
Sounds fair? Now we got Lisa.
Probably the worst waifu on this list. D tier for sure.
Oh, here he goes again.
The fact that she's a librarian is kind of boring. Almost makes me want to doze off, you know?
Of course, you of all people would find her boring. Not sure what I expected, honestly.
But honestly speaking, though, she does lack a little compared to those in S tier and A tier. C tier it is for me.
I agree. Here we have Mona.
Speaking of Mona, you guys ever seen Mona X Slime?
Oh, not this again, Donald.
I may not have seen it, but now you have piqued my interest. Looks decent, though. I give it A tier.
A tier she goes then.
Looks like Ningguang is next.
S tier, no doubt about it.
Is it because she's rich?
I think it's more because she knows how to build a wall. Isn't that right, Don?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Seems kind of mid to me, though. C tier.
I agree with Barack on this one.
I'll compromise and place her in B tier.
Noel, another S tier. Surely you guys agree with me, right?
While I do agree with you, she does lack the screen time and personality compared to all the other S tiers. I'll have to place her in C tier.
I'm in the middle. I'd say B tier.
B tier it is then. Now on to Chi-Chi.
S tier.
Seriously, what is with you and your loli complex?
I just like their designs.
D tier. Moving on.
Now we have Rosaria.
I kind of missed pre-nerf Rosaria.
What happened with her?
She's got more changes to her character more times than Sleepy Joe's had in his diapers.
Okay, that was a bit uncalled for there, Don.
Barack, I'm putting her in B tier.
Okay, here we have Shenhe.
Now she's the true definition of the quote, if cryo, why hot?
Looks too old for me. D tier.
More like your opinion on this is D tier. Barack, put her in S tier.
Agreed. Now we have Sucrose.
As sweet as she is, I think Sucrose lacks a bit of character, at least from what I'm seeing.
I agree with Donald on this one. Feels like a C tier to me.
I do believe she deserves to be an A tier personally, but I can understand the low rating. I'll put her in C tier for now.
Looks like we have Xiangling next.
Very mid. Nothing really stands out from her character other than her ability to cook.
Agreed, though Goba does make this character a lot more interesting.
We're only looking at the character, remember? Pets don't count.
Did you seriously just call Goba a pet?
Anyway, she's going into B tier. Now we have Xinyan.
I think she deserves to be in at least B tier considering her backstory and
Now
such.
wait a minute, I don't want some Antifa-looking gal anywhere above C tier.
What the hell, Donald? I'm putting her in B tier just because you said that.
L move there, Barack.
We're almost done with Mondstadt and Leeway. Here's Yanfei.
Oh, Biden is gonna love this character. A lawyer who can save you from any case.
Shut up, Donald. You're pointing fingers at the wrong person.
Can we all agree that she goes into A tier?
Agreed.
Same.
We now have Yao Yao next, but I'm just going to put her into D tier.
But I didn't even get a chance to...
I don't want to hear another word from you, Joe.
Now onto Yolan.
She's peak waifu material, and she's also got that strong Dami Mommy energy too.
I, for once, agree to that.
Just admit that you guys want her to step on you already. Honestly speaking, though, I feel the same.
I
knew it. S tier it is.
Last but not least, we got Yun Jin.
Easiest S tier of my life.
Is it because she strongly resembles China?
No.
Well, anyways, I'm just going to put her in B tier just to quickly end this. Michelle just called me to go eat.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to invite me along as well?
Yeah, what about us?
Maybe next time when we finish this tier list. I got to let her know to make more next time, okay?
Same meeting time next week?
Works for me.
For sure. I'm going to end the call now. Have a good night, you two. Love you guys.
Love you guys, too.
No homo, though.
So tell me why.